This is the fight of the century. That's what we've been waiting for. Definitely an extravaganza.
Cloudwheels DONUTS versus Wowgo Honeycombs. Is it the same thing, or is there a big difference? Overpriced and overhyped? Cheap bootleg knockoff? Let's find out. I gotta do this quick though, because the first snowfall is scheduled for... Oh my god.
Simon Says Review.
This has been a long time coming, folks. I have been tracking these two different sets of wheels for what feels like months now. Seriously, I ordered those guys back in, mid-September or something. And because of world supply chain issues. Now I'm staring down the barrel of the first snowfall, and I just don't know how much riding time I'm gonna get out of these sets of wheels, so just let's get to it. Cloudwheels are a leading brand of replacement skateboard wheels made out of a rubbery, more flexible material than regular old urethane skateboard wheels. They have way more absorption properties for going over cracks and bumps and stuff like that. And they also have a different rounded profile, whereas regular skateboard wheels are very, very flat. Some people love them. It's like riding on a cloud, dude. Some people hate them. Actually, the torque is way better on smaller wheels. And while I was looking into it, I discovered that Wowgo made their own, shall we say, heavily inspired replacement wheels for hub motors. So hey, why not put them head-to-head in Mortal Kombat?
Round 1. Packaging.
First up, Cloudwheel DONUTS. A premium branded box for a premium branded product. Pretty on the eyes, easy to open, and a great showcase for these 4 ginormous wheels sitting in there. Bonus points for including 2 truck razors in case you need more clearance underneath your board, because, big wheels and all. Pretty much what you'd expect from a premium product retailing at no less than $120 US. Moving on, the Wowgo Honeycombs. Just, generic cardboard box with absolutely zero branding attention put to it. Hold on, wait a minute. The wheels are box taped together? Come on now. I mean, these guys retail for $110 US. This is $10 less than the premium branded Cloudwheels. I don't know what's up with Wowgo, but a couple months ago I ordered a spare grip tape for the 2S Pro and it came in all destroyed, mangled, and I had to throw it in the garbage. And that was because of bad packaging. You can do better, Wowgo. And the first backhand pimp slap goes to the Honeycombs on this one.
Round 2. Aesthetics.
Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder and blah blah blah, and let's face it, man, all reviews are super subjective to the person making the review. That being said, in the eyes of this particular beholder, which one of these guys would win the beauty contest? Starting with the Honeycombs. 105 millimeters of semi-transparent rubber with a slight grayish tint. No choice of color, that's all you get. Taking an absolute wild stab in the dark, I suppose that the name Honeycomb comes from the threaded honeycomb patterns you can see all around these wheels, right? I've been on the record saying how much I love the 2S Pro stock front wheels before, and it feels to me like the small printed patterns on the Honeycomb are sort of a continuation of the same design as the stock 2S Pro wheels. Subtle, elegant, I like it. Aesthetics are fine. And onto the donuts. Now the Cloudwheel donuts are much, much bigger. Like, look at this. I mean, that is a big ass wheel. They come at a whopping 120 millimeters of transparent rubber molded over a color-coded plastic cog-shaped wheel in there. You can actually pick from a few color variation for that inner cog, giving you a little bit more aesthetics options. I picked black because, well, I'm almost 40 now, and with the potential exception of Jeff Goldblum, nobody wants to see a middle-aged man streaking down the street sporting flashy colors. The little prints on the sides are kind of meh, nothing special, nothing offensive to it. But the thread around these donuts is like an alternated half honeycomb pattern, which judging the book by its cover, looks a hell of a lot grippier than the Honeycombs patterns, but that's just based on looks. So, overall, they all look pretty good to me. The color-coded plastic cog inside of the donuts makes them look cooler in my eyes, but the Honeycombs are pretty good as well. How are we doing on time? Let's go put them on before Olaf shows up.
Round 3. Writing experience.
Starting with the Honeycombs because I figured I'd be testing this on the Wowgo 2S Pro. And no, those aren't skating shoes. Wow, good feel on that drop. Trust me, this is crappy asphalt. And the switch from the stock wheels to the Honeycombs feels about the same as driving your car on a gravel road and climbing up onto freshly paved asphalt. I'm not kidding, I've ridden this stretch of road hundreds of times over the summer, and this change is drastic. Crappy packaging for sure, but I am enjoying this. Cool, let's see what these can do over the grass. Oh Jesus, what's going on? Come on, me hearties, you were doing so well. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's the grass, it's frozen stiff. Yeah, it's like I can feel the popsicle sticks out there, man. Can't hold it against those wheels. It's cold out here for a pin. Couple more laps around the block, and you know what? Let's go ahead and try the off-road worthiness of these bad boys. This is a drop that I've only dared take on a one-wheel XR. Combination of bad asphalt, coarse gravel, dead leaves, and mud. OMG. The Honeycombs conquer it. There is a noticeable loss of performance going up inclines, but I was expecting it. So far, these are cool. Honeycomb hot take. They work really well. I know the temperature outside makes the wheels much harder than they would otherwise be, and that has some effect on shock absorption, but even so, it feels like night and day between the stock urethane wheel that are very, very hard. With the Honeycombs, it does feel like a proper upgrade. Less talking, more swapping. Let's go. Okay, Cloudwheel Donuts, it's your time to shine. Make it quick though, we don't have a lot of time. God damn, those are big wheels. Well, you know what? I'm emboldened by that last ride. I'm confident. Let's go for a much harder drop right off the bat. Damn! The shock absorption on these bad boys is an order of magnitude above that of the Honeycombs, at least while they're still warm. I am being deliberately timid with those carves because I'm worried that this fat wheel will connect with the deck when I turn too sharply. Not sure it's an issue with the 2S Pro, but when testing out new wheels, thread carefully. Let's take the fatties to the field. Oh Jesus, the vibration! Frozen grass is worse than gravel. I'm hanging on. Too much incline. If the temperatures were above freezing, I think I'd have a field day in that grass. Okay, I know this next bit pretty well. It's a slide downhill on what can only be described as the rare good asphalt in Quebec City. Let's get this thing to max speed, see how it fares. Come on, girl. Do it. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. But the big-ass wheels does slow you down a little tiny bit, even downhill. I noticed that braking also takes much longer the bigger the wheels, and the loss of torque going uphill is even more drastic this time around. But going flat or downhill, man, these babies are a lot of fun. The crusty old asphalt of Quebec City does feel like butter under the Cloudwheel Donuts. Geez. I'll have to power wash this board. It feels like snow out there. You just know it. Man, I'm sweaty. Let me change sweaters.
Final thoughts.
I'll admit it. I came into this thinking that the Honeycombs would be subpar to the Cloudwheels. And to be honest, the impression only got strengthened when I saw the size comparison. I mean, bigger is better. Am I right, ladies?
No, it doesn't. I mean,
I think it does.
If anything, these two sets of wheels handle like two different models of the same product. In fact, any difference you can feel between the stock and the Honeycomb, that delta is about the same difference as you can feel between the Honeycombs and the Cloudwheels. Flat, smooth, straight asphalt, I'm gonna use the stock wheels any day of the week. A mix of rough Quebec City asphalt and maybe a little bit of sand and gravel here and there. The Wowgo Honeycombs are perfect fit for that. And if you're going balls out trail riding, then obviously those big ass wheels are the name of the game here. But surprising to me, I think my default option next spring is most likely going to be the Honeycombs because they are a good compromise between the two and because the asphalt is so goddamn crappy in Quebec City. But again, maybe the range is going to be so terrible that I'll back away from that. We'll have to wait for spring to know for sure.
Warning, snowfall imminent. Electric rideable season is officially over.